Hey there, this is Akshit Madan and welcome back to day 5 of 30 days 30 concepts for Flutter. Now, if you are new on this channel, you can like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And in the previous parts, we have covered a lot of things like list views, grid views, then containers, sized box, then elevated buttons, then text buttons, right? So I will suggest you that you should watch those parts because we are going to use those concepts, those widgets in our upcoming parts. And if you are new on this channel, you can follow me on the social media links. And now, without wasting more time, today's topic is the snack bar. So this is a very easy widget, and you are going to use it a lot of times. And if I give you a general idea, this widget looks something like this. So you would have seen this kind of widget. Let's say you got an error or your password does not match and you are unable to do something, then this kind of snack bar. This is like a container which appears from the bottom and it is for notifying you something, right? And this is a floating snack bar. We are going to see what is a floating snack bar, what is a non-floating snack bar, right? We are going to apply this border radius, background color, then action buttons, everything we are going to see in this video. So let's go to my VS Code and start coding. So you can see over here that I am on my VS Code, and in the last part we were studying about list views and the grid views. So let's create a new file in this widgets folder called the snackbar.dart. So let's do it. Snackbar.dart. And in this file, let's import material.dart, and then let's create a stateless widget only because we are not going to change the state in this particular file, right? In this particular class. Let's call it snack bar widget. Make sure you don't give the snack bar name only because that's a keyword. That's an already given name to a class, snack bar class, right? So give something else. As you can see, I'm giving snack bar widget. Right, so now I'm going to return a simple container which will be having a child of center, and in the center I'm going to keep a simple elevated button. So in the child I'll put a simple elevated button which is going to have the on press property, compulsory property, and it is going to have a simple child. So let's give a simple child as the text, and in this text I'm going to keep as show snack bar, right? Let's just save it, and let me just also word wrap it. So go to view, and in the view you have to click on word wrap, so you will be able to see every file, every text in this file, right? So let me just save it, and in the main we have to return snack bar widget instead of returning list grid. So I'm going to return snack bar widget. Let's just save it, and you can see a simple button over here. And let me just also return a scaffold, and inside that I'm going to return this elevated button because I want to see that app bar also, right? So in the snack bar, let's just wrap it with a widget called scaffold, and instead of returning the child I will return the body. And you can give a simple app bar also. So let's just copy this app bar from here. So just copy it, and in the snack bar just paste it, and let me just rename the text as snack bar. Let's just save it, and you can see a simple scaffold also. Now now we need to show the snack bar, right? So let's do it. So for showing the snack bar in the on press property, we have to define a snack bar. So I'll define a simple snack bar is equal to snack bar, and in the snack bar we have to define its content, right? So content is a compulsory parameter that you have to give. So in the content, let's give a simple text. So let's give a simple text. In the text I'm going to give like this is a snack bar, put a semicolon. Let's just save it. You can also change the styles of this text. It's totally up to you. You can do it. You can change the boldness, you can change the font, you can change the font size, then color, everything you can do it in the text widget, right? Then you have, let me just save it and let me just show what we get. So if I just click on it, uh, okay, we have not even called this snack bar. That's a very silly mistake. So let's just call it. So for calling it, we have to define a scaffold messenger after this snack bar is ending. So after this final, I'm going to define scaffold dot show scaffold messenger, sorry, scaffold messenger dot of context dot show snack bar, and in this snack bar you have to give this snack bar. So that let's just copy it, let's just paste it, put a semicolon, and we are done. Save it. And now when I click on this button, you will be able to see this simple snack bar of white color. But now I want to change its front end properties, right? I'll change the background color, I'll change the shadow, I'll change the border radius, everything. Let's do it. So for changing the background color, you have to come in this snack bar and you can define a simple parameter called background color. And in this, let's give background colors as colors dot red, and let's change the text as this is an error, right? Let's say you were unable to log in on your account or you were entering the wrong password, then I want to show this snack bar. So let's just save it. And if I just click on this button, you can see this is an error, or you are unable to log in, you put a wrong password like this. This is the place where you can use this snack bar, right? Now let's say I want to change the duration. I think that the duration is very small. I want to keep it for long. So for that you have to put one more parameter called duration. So in this duration we have to provide a constant duration. So I'll provide constant duration, and in this duration you can give the parameter in milliseconds. So let's give it. So in the milliseconds I want to keep it for, let's say, 3000. That is for 3 seconds. So if I just save it, click on it, and you will see that this snack bar will stay for 3 seconds, right? Perfect. Now you can also give some padding to it. So you can come over here and you can give a simple parameter called padding, and let's give it edge insets dot all. Sorry, let edge insets dot all from all the sides. Let's say 20. And if I just save it, I click on it, you can see now it has a padding of 20 from all the sides, but it is not looking good. That's why I'll just comment it out. Now, let's say you want to draw a floating snack bar. So for that, you have to give a behavior property. So in this behavior, you have to give a simple snack bar behavior, snack bar behavior dot floating. And if I just save it, and let's say I want to remove the background color also, that red was not looking good. Save it. Click on it, you can see a simple floating snack bar, right? Very beautiful. Now let's say I want to change the border radius. I want to make it a little more rounded. So for that you have to provide a shape property. So in the shape, rounded rectangle border, then border radius, then you have to provide border radius dot circular, R is capital, border radius dot circular 20, let's say. And if I just save it, click on it, and you can see the rounded snack bar is over here. Perfect, right? So like this you can work on it. And let's say I want to provide one button also. When I'm clicking on it, I want a simple button over here, right? So let's do it. So for that you have to provide the action property. So in the snack bar you have to provide action, and in this action you have to provide snack bar action, provide the label. So in this label, you have to provide a simple text. Let's say undo, and you have to provide text color. So in the text color, let's say colors dot blue. Then you have to provide a simple on pressed. Let's keep it empty for now. Save it. And don't worry, each and every code is uploaded on GitHub repository, and link is also shared in the description. Now if I click on it, you can see a simple button also, undo button over here. You can click on it and you can write that function in this on press. So this is how you can work with the snack bars. And yeah, you can see that how easy it is and how cool it is to work with the snack bar and integrate the snack bar widget in your apps. So I hope you like this video. So if you have any doubts, you can reach out to me on my Telegram channel, and you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram, anywhere. So till the next content, keep coding, keep innovating, and thanks a lot.